welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to get off my butt because I've been in a depressive mode lately and I want to get back to making candles, especially these new blends that I have been mapping out on paper. So now I want them to become candles and a part of one of my 3 collections, maybe 3 of my collections. But I have everything set up today and we are going to make some wickless candles. That's right, wickless. I'm not using any wicks today because I do have to test out the wicks and I don't want them stuck to the bottom of the jar. So I'm going to do them without the wick. But hopefully the scent comes out great and I can figure out which wick I'm going to use for each jar. Now I have my regular standard frosted glasses here. These are the 10-ounce ones, and with my other 3 10-ounce candles, my holiday candles, well, my seasonal candles and my tropical allure candle, I already know the wick for it. But with mahogany and coastal and dreamy, those wicks aren't working for those scents there. And all 3 of them are blends, so I'm going to try a little higher on 2 of them and a little lower on 1 of them. But I have all these jars here. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you guys what I'm working with today. I'm making 2, 4, 6, 7 candles, 7 different candles today, and they're all blends. So there's multiple scents that are going to go into each one. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to show you guys the setup and we're going to get started on making some candles to add to my business. Okay, so I have all my oils here for my different blends, and then I don't know if I showed these, but I got these jars here from California Candle Supply, and they're both 10 ounces, and I got the black top for this one here, and then I got the wood top for the black one here, and then this is the black jar that's similar to this one. Now, on the website, it does show that this one here lights up, like it illuminates when the candle is burning. So I'm excited to see how that goes because these might be the new jars for the 10 ounces. And it's not that I don't like the frosted ones, I do, but I want something that's more solid and I guess just solid. So I got the 2 frosted here that I'm going to use for 2 of the new blends. And then I have this one here that I got from Candle Science with the gold inside. And this is just a solid white one. Candle Science. This is from the Flaming Candle. And then I have my 2 mason jars here that I got from Candle Science as well. But I have these because I have 2 that's going to the Comfort collection and that's expanding. And then the other ones in the tumblers here are going to the other 2 collections. All right, so that's the whole setup. I'm going to get started. I'm going to clean these jars out. And I just realized that because I'm not making them with wicks, I don't need my wick setters here. So I'm going to put these to the side and yeah. Let's get started with candles. So I don't really need these tops, so I'm going to put them to the side. And I'm just going to go ahead and clean these jars up on the inside. Now with the frosted ones, you do have to be careful because any wetness on the side of it will clear out the frost of it, which I kind of hate. But you just got to be careful cleaning them and make sure that the wet part goes directly into the jar. so I'm gonna put the Mahogany Nights one in here, and this one is going to get, oh, this one's going to get Coastal Comfort, and this one with the gold trim is going to get Dreamy Drift. And I'm gonna start with these three first, and then I'm gonna move on to the new blends after. So this is what's left of all my wax from my first box, and I'm finally coming down to the end of it. I think I ordered that box early last year, and I have a brand new box down here. So I'm gonna cut this up, and hopefully there's enough in here to make all the candles for today, so that I don't have to open up the new box, because it's a hassle. It's right up under my table, and it's just too much to deal with right now. So I'm gonna cut this up and start melting down. I'm doing the double boiler method because I really don't need to bring out my little melter to make all these candles. So I'm gonna do the double boiler method, and I'm gonna measure this out now. So I got post notes here so that I can write down information that I normally do every time I make new test candles. So today is 2/20/25. I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna put it on here before I actually make the pour. And that's the information. And I'll do it for all of them except for the mason jars, because these post-its are a little too big, so I'll probably just write a paper on it, or I'll fold it and put it on there. But I'm just going to do some of these and get them prepared while the wax is still melting. I guess I'll measure this out, and I guess I'll sit here and talk to you guys for a little bit. So I'll do a little update on what's been going on with me, and it hasn't been good. It hasn't been good. I have been delayed on some of the things that I wanted to do and start in January, and then we got hit with having a new president, and I'm not going to get into details about that because it just makes me more depressed of where the country is heading, and everyone is open to have their own opinion, and my opinion is that the country is not the country I remember. So I have been in a bit of a depressive state for the past 2 months now. Well, I want to say like a month and some weeks now, because we're still in February. But it has been quite difficult to get the motivation to actually do the new candles and work on fixing the 3 that I would love to have in the collection. So after doing some doom scrolling and some soul searching, I have decided that my life cannot stop simply because people are being you know what. So I am going to continue to work on doing these candles here and testing them, because honestly I've been really, I know the stick is in my face, but I've been really wanting to do these, and every time I get up in the morning it's just a struggle to get motivated to even get up and clear this space so that I can make the candles. I went out earlier today and I was able to, I don't think that's it. I was able to get myself ready and go out. So that's why I am doing it now. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta get up. I gotta make these candles. I gotta get them ready because I do want them to be finalized this year. Now, the deadline for them is going to be pushed back because I spent a whole month and some weeks being depressed. So it's going to be pushed back, and it was supposed to, especially Mahogany Nights and Coastal Comfort, was supposed to be in its test phase right now and have their debut come out in late March is what I put in my email to all my email subscribers. So, and I haven't even wrote up the monthly email for this month. So hopefully I will get that done tomorrow, hopefully. So give me 1 second because the wax is actually boiling in there. Okay. So the wax actually was done before I could finish measuring out everything. But I don't remember what I was saying. But anyway, I do need to get to this and I need to work on the email, the monthly email for February and get it out of the way and sent to those on my email list. But I have just been slacking a lot here. I've been playing a lot of video games, I'll be honest with you guys. And one video game in particular has had me in a phase of just going back to my old ways and zoning out on video games. But I have been also crocheting things here and there. So I really want to get back to doing this and it's over there. I really want to get back to doing this and testing out these candles. I need to make sure I put the right oil in there. Yeah, I put the right one. Because I have 4 over here, and then I noticed that the white tea was over here, and yes, I use white tea in my comfort candle. And I want to make sure I didn't put a different one in there. But yeah, it's been a struggle trying to get to this table and actually make test candles and get things done and get things ready because I have everything planned out on paper. I just need the motivation to get up and get it done. And until the wheels fall off of America, I need to continue my life as is while still keeping up to date with what's going on, as well as keeping up to date with the rest of the world, because some of us in America have never been out of the country, and the only place I've ever gone was Canada. So, not a disrespect to Canada, I love Canada, but it really isn't like to the other side of the world. So, I have been keeping up to date with everything, and I noticed that I've been doing a lot of learning and a lot of research and just keeping my mind active because I'm the type of person that does a lot of critical thinking, a lot of logical thinking, and I brainstorm stuff, I research stuff, and I noticed that that is something that's lacking in our society where we don't really do that as much because we have so many devices that can do that for us that we just type in something and it comes up. But I am very old school. I didn't grow up in this generation. I grew up as the internet had just started in that generation, and back then we still had books and still went to the library and still did research and still did critical thinking and logical thinking. So I have been doing that a lot lately and trying not to get so down about everything that's going on because there's so much stuff being thrown at us right now that we just can't keep up. And while I want to be up to date and I don't want to scare those around me with the information that I find, I still want to know what's going on. I still want to know how this country is changing, and I would like to know, I think this is it, yeah. I would like to make sure that I'm not caught off guard with anything. So that's what's been going on with me. We haven't seen any apartments yet, although we have put in to see a bunch of them. I don't know what's going on, but we are hitting a wall when it comes to finding actual apartments to just view, and our deadline is really coming up in about a month. We have a month to, if we want to get out of here and get our security deposit back. So it's been a lot going on that isn't related to my business, which kind of sucks. But I'm gonna go ahead and pour this, and we're gonna, I guess, go back to talking on whatever. Okay, so I had to change my shirt because it was getting a little too hot with that long sleeve. But yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on as far as the apartments go. I reached out to see a couple of more this morning, so hopefully they'll get back to me. And then I also am working on putting an application in to see some apartments in the place that I moved from. So yeah, it's at a standstill when it comes to the apartment searching. I don't know what it is. The last time we searched for this apartment here, we did have a broker, and I reached out to a couple of brokers and didn't get a response back. Or I got a response of all the information that they needed, but they never reached out. And I know there is a housing crisis here, and I believe everywhere in the country. So we'll see what happens. I have a feeling they're going to start showing us stuff on March 1st, and we're going to have to scramble to find a place. But even if we have to sign the new lease and break the lease, which I really don't want to, I just don't want to stay here for another year. So I have to see who I can talk to and see what happens if we do break the lease and we move out early, whether they're going to make us pay for the full lease or pay for the month that we stayed here. So, and they'll keep my security deposit. But that's what's been going on as far as moving goes and trying to get out of this place. I feel like I have the worst luck this year so far. It's just after coming off such a good year last year, and well, at the end of last year, because the beginning of last year was not great either. But after coming off a good December and a good fall, and coming into this year, it's been a lot to take on. It's been very heavy. But I'm not here to put everyone down. I'm here to talk about these candles and make these candles. And then tomorrow, if I feel up to it and I don't have anything to do, I'm going to try and make the new things that I want to work on, and I will show that in another video when I make those, because it's going to be my first time making them, and I hope that they come out okay. So I'm going to be working on that. But while I'm sitting here waiting for the wax, and I probably should be measuring out the oil, but these are the two new reed diffusers. So I was doing a little bit of stuff in between my downtime or my depressive time. These are the two new ones that I was testing, and this one is a fail. So this one is not going to make it as a diffuser. This is a rose water and ivy scent, and it's just not coming through like I want it to with the scent. So this one's a no, but this one is a blend, and this is my first time doing a blend for a reed diffuser. And this one's okay. I think I have to see if I can up the percentage on the fragrance oil itself to make it go as strong as my other ones. So I was making diffusers and testing those out to see how they go. But I'm going to go ahead and measure this out because the wax is going to be done soon. So let me do this real quick and then I'll come back. Okay, so those are the 3. I finished the 3 that needed the correction. So now we're going to move on to the new blends, and the next 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the next 4 are going to be new blends. So as I said in a previous video, I am replacing Morning Escape, and one of these blends might be the one that replaces it. So I cannot wait to see how it turns out. The scent is a oatmeal milk scent, and it's on the sweet side. So I'm excited to see like how it burns and how it tests. And it's going to be in this mason jar here, but I thought about maybe adding it to my relaxation collection in one of these tumblers here. I'm not quite sure. I don't really know. But I do need to replace that Morning Escape candle because it didn't sell last year. It didn't do well. So I want to do that. And then there is going to be, so that's going to be the replacement. And then this one is going to be like a floral type, but not so much floral. It's going to have a peach scent to it and a rose scent to it. So that's the blend for this one here. And that one's going to be the new one to the Comfort collection that I have that's in the mason jars. So those are going to be the new blends. Now these here are going to be 2 new ones that are going to go into the, if you can see it on camera, that's what happens when a wet spot comes, which I cannot stand. But anyway, these are more of the earthy tones that I want to put into the Escape collection and my Relaxation collection. So that's why they're in the 10-ounce tumblers, and hopefully both of them come out. This one's going to be a little bit on slightly sweet scented, and then this one here, the one that's going to go into this one here, is going to be like a fire scent to it, earthy fire scent to it. So I did the blends last month and I tested them out with my test strips and everything to see how it works out, and I did a whole bunch of them and I narrowed them down. I think I did about 15 different blends, and then I narrowed it down to the ones that I'm doing today. And I think I have one more for the Relaxation collection, but I don't think I have enough oil for that one yet, so I'm just going to test these out first. So I'm going to do the sweet earthy one first. Let me see my calculations, because over here I have my little notebook here to make sure I stay on calculations. And I'll tell you something about calculations. You can map it out math-wise, and I love math. Math was my favorite subject in school, but you can map it out before everything starts. But the minute you go and actually make the candles itself, you notice that the calculations will change. So I've been doing some corrections on here as I go to get it to that exact precise level that I want to pour the candle to, as well as the amount of wax I want to use, because I don't want to be wasting wax when I'm making these once they become a part of the collection. So this is how that one poured. I thought I had it recorded, but come to find out I didn't have it recording while I was pouring it, because I wanted to show you guys the inside of what it looks like before it gets solid. The other 2 are already hardening up, so that's good. I'm going to do this one, this one, this one, and this one next, and I'm just waiting for the wax. just waiting for the wax to melt. It's on the stove now. And I don't know, I guess I could sit here and talk for a couple of minutes. Um, as you saw, I'm using 4 different jars for the 10 ounce, and now seeing the other 3 solidified a little more, it's gonna make it so hard to choose if I decide to go with a new jar. It's gonna make it so hard to choose because all of them look really nice with the candle in it. It's only a matter of how it's going to burn once I add the wick to it. So we'll have to see. But as far as this matcha candle blend that I have that's poured now, it smells so sweet. I can smell it so good. And yeah, there is a hint of tea scent in it. I hear the melting pot going, so I'm gonna go get that and get this poured because it's almost 3 o'clock and I am hungry. As you can see, it has the same little dark tint to it, so it's gonna be similar, I guess, in color like the other one that I showed you, but it smells so good. It smells so good. So I'm excited. I cannot wait to see how that one works out. But that is it for candles, and all I have to do is just wait for the wax to melt. Alright, so I just finished pouring the last candle and they are all sitting and setting, and that last candle is smelling very, very nice. It is actually overpowering the rest of the candles now. So I think we're going to be smelling that until it is solid, which is fine with me. It has a nice sweet balance to it, but you can also smell the oat milk scent that's in it. And yeah, I cannot wait to actually test that one. But I did have extra samples here, other samples that I got from Hive and Honey. I don't know if I went over these, but these are the ones I want to use for. I have Southern Iced Tea is one. I have Fresh Water Aloe. I have Sweet Bergamot Blossom. And this one I actually want to also do with the Comfort Collection. And then I have Bali Blue Surf here. So I bought these 3 samples because I want to test them out with the Reed diffusers and the room sprays. And I have a slight idea for this Southern Iced Tea as maybe a candle in the future. So I bought those for that, and then I bought this one, this Sweet Bergamot, and it's actually Tea Blossom. I bought this one for the Comfort Collection so that it kind of evens out, and instead of it being 7 candles, it's an 8 candle set with 8 cents. And then the other ones are 3 cents each, and then I can build and expand on those. So that is the samples that I got a long time ago, and I'm sorry guys that I didn't talk about them in another video. I was just trying to get those holiday videos out as well. But that is the scents I'm going to use. Hive and Honey is really good with their scents because I'm actually using one. Am I using one? No. All the ones I have for today are either Flaming Candle or Black Tie Barn or candle signs. So these are for those there. And I'm excited to try this out with the diffusers and maybe the room sprays as well. I think it would be nice to have a sweet tea, a southern iced tea scent with the room sprays. But that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed me just doing a little sit down and chat with you guys while I made some test candles. Like I said, I'm going to start working on the other products that I've had listed and put off for so long, and I'm going to ride this wave until it, I don't want to say crashes, but until it simmers down. So I'm going to try and focus myself more on this stuff here and less on what is going on in our country. However you feel about it, it is my feeling that it's not doing well lately, and hopefully, God willing, something will happen and things will get better. But we have to see. We have to see is what I'm going to say. So I am done here. I am going to finally go eat because I got some nice honey chicken waiting for me with a nice honey biscuit that I got from this new restaurant I went to this week. And I cannot wait to go back again because the chicken was so good. But I'm going to sit, eat the lunch, relax for the rest of the day. And tomorrow, hopefully, I will get up and do the new product that's going to be a part of my lineup. So that was it. Let me stop rambling. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please hit that like button, comment, and share. And if you really want to see more updates on what I'm doing this year, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, as well as turn on a notification so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. So that is it for today. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week, and don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So until next time, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone.